All right, so we've made more changes. We make changes all the time depending on the needs. So I've been letting the first two litters of puppies out in the big open kitchen here. And when I started letting Rosie's litter out, who is a week younger, I started noticing some potty somewhere other than the litter box. Now, I didn't observe who did it, so I can't say 100% for sure, but what I do know is when I was letting the other two litters out, I did not see potty on the floor, so I'm assuming it's from one of these puppies. So I always say too much freedom too fast can delay good potty training. So it's back to boot camp. So what I should have done and what I usually do is expand their pen before letting them out. And I skipped that step. I guess I just thought, well, we'll see how they did. So today is back to a pen day, and they're not happy about it because they experienced more freedom, and now I'm limiting their freedom. But you know what? A couple days of boot camp will result in better potty training long term. So it's worth them not being thrilled. Sometimes you have to use tough love, and it'll set them up for better success in the long run. So we'll get them more toys in here and everything, and I might let one at a time out and observe, see if I can pinpoint who's the guilty one, but they are a bit younger, and I think I just gave them too much freedom too soon. So it'll probably just take a couple days for them to have a little bit bigger space and remember that that's where the potty is supposed to go. They have been doing a great job, but even, just this, going from what it was to, the space you've seen was too much freedom for whoever was missing the litter box. So another change is Splash puppies have earned more freedom. So they are in a litter box, or in a litter box, an iris pen now. They just got moved in a few minutes ago. So that'll be fun to see them. And so this is their little bit bigger space. And then the other puppies, you might notice a couple of them have something different they're chewing on. These outgoing boys, they've been introduced to a collar, which is way too big, and I actually had that just kind of wrapped around. I'm only putting it on when I'm supervising. Hold on, Dolly. And of course the other puppies are grabbing it and using it to drag them around, so they'll be used to it after no time at all. Let me just tuck it in just for a minute so Dolly can't quite do that. But these two boys are super fun loving, and they have some extra energy to expend. So I thought, I'm just going to introduce them to the leash while they're still in my care. And the first step, if you are able, is to put a little collar on them so they feel something around their neck. I also have a harness I tried, but it was too big, and I tried it on Oliver. He has a name over there. And I tried it last night, and he kept getting his front paw in the wrong spot. So I thought, well, we'll just try a collar. Now, these collars are just really, I don't remember where I got them from, but they're just basic collars. They don't really have a size. Actually, they probably do. They're probably size small or something, but there's no specific holes. Like, you can just put them anywhere. You can put the little metal thing anywhere. So this little one is like, I'm in a different place. I'm in exactly the same place in the kitchen, but something's different. So when you change their life, sometimes it takes a little while to get used to it. Splash will be in here shortly. She just wanted to get out and go get some fresh air. There she is. We'll put her in a minute. So anyway, when you first put a leash, or a collar, not a leash, a collar on, please just only do it while you're in the same room to supervise, because they can get hung up on something and you don't want that to happen. So anyway, this is basically an adjustable collar that you can just use, and as they grow bigger, you can
put it in just a different spot. So it's common for them to, ouch, scratch. Hey, who's biting my foot? Anyway, so if your puppies need some extra activities, try to give them some healthy distractions. So I thought I'm going to teach these guys at least how to use a collar, and then I'll add the leash and maybe take them on some walks around the house before they're fully vaccinated. So that's what's new this morning. Some of these guys are going to be leaving as soon as tomorrow. So things will change from day to day. For those of you who are getting puppies, I have there's 2 people getting 2 puppies. So I actually had, this is a little pen I set up for Chicklet there, just to have some safety playing around her bigger litter mates. But and also she eats a special food, and she gets tired out faster, so she's snoozing over there. But I actually put Oliver and Matilda in there last night so they can start getting used to the idea that they're going to be together. And then Gunner and Enzo are going to the same home, so I'm planning to set up another little pen like that, maybe just, you know, for them to eat together and sleep together at night, so they get the idea that they are going to be best friends. Because even though they're all together in the same area, they don't necessarily know who to bond with. So you can see the problem with a leash or a collar that's too long. It's great fun for the other dogs. And actually, if you put a leash on them, this is a good way to get them used to the leash too, if you have another puppy who will happily drag them around. But if I continue with this, I'll probably look for a shorter, better fitting collar. Dolly, hey, Oliver is not happy about you doing that. Hey, Dolly, what's she doing to you, huh? She's gonna ruin your collar. Now, I don't normally recommend introducing your puppy to a collar or a leash when you first bring them home, because as you can see, he's pretty subdued right now. And he, you know, it's kind of a scary thing. They might think, what in the world is this thing strangling my neck? And I would never want them to associate that with their new person. So I say, don't introduce them. Don't put a harness on them. Don't put a collar on them for, I don't know, a week or 2, or until they're pretty comfortable in your home. But since they're in my home, I thought, well, at least with these 2 boys, I'll go ahead and do that scary thing. And so for whoever's getting the little fun boy who's still available, and for Oliver here, his mama will be able to just go ahead and continue this right away, because I've already done the icebreaker. Ouch! All right, well, this works better with 2 hands. I'm going to either cut that end off or try to find an itty-bitty, teeny-weeny collar. And I can't tell you what size to get. I recommend waiting until you get your puppy, and then you can pick out the collar you want, see what the manufacturer sizes are, and then measure your puppy, because they change so much that if you bought one now, it might not fit by the time you got your puppy. So I have a little blurb about that on our frequently asked questions page. So that's what's going on today. If you are on our deposit list and you have reserved a puppy, please check your email. I sent you something today, and I'll be sending more information in the next few days. Actually, probably next week, early next week, if I don't get to it by Friday. We have a busy weekend coming up. So stay tuned for more puppy fun. If you're interested in a puppy, please visit our website for more information.